back to the wildlands, and today is all about rain prep. One of the things on our list is to get a roof on our chickens. So you remember in our last episode we went through all the things that we had to get ready for rain prep. Luckily the rain was due last week, and although it was much needed, we weren't ready and the rain didn't come. So we got an extra week's worth of prep. So on the roof you'll remember that we've got this old tarp which has now failed in the sun. You can see it's all full of holes. Underneath it we've got some untidy polycarb. It's all looking a bit tired. It was all a bit makeshift. So we've got a proper roof which we're going to put here and make it waterproof, and it will give them lots of shade in the summer, so it's great, isn't it?
Yep. How long do you reckon this is going to take us?
Oh, I think less than an hour. Don't quote me. So let's see how we get on. So I'm doing a budget measure so that I can get the bolt in the right place, but the problem is on this side of the building, which I hadn't accounted for, is the wood under here that I'm screwing into is only 1 centimetre thick, so it doesn't give me a very good amount of leeway should I put the bolt in the wrong place. Another job done on the wildlands.
Yeah, really pleased with that.
It looks good.
And you were right, it took less than an hour.
Yeah, it's
I'm
quick.
Surprised.
Yeah, so it was just, so I know that some of you will say you're supposed to use the bolts on the up side of the tin roof, and that's so that when the water runs down it doesn't get caught on the screw and eventually leak in. But because it's just a roof for chickens, I wasn't that bothered.
Doesn't matter if there's a few drips in there.
So I've just got one more bolt to put back in here where it's a bit like that, and then it's job done. So that's our rain prep is finished now.
Yeah, yeah, we're good to go.
So
bring on the rain.
Bring on the rain. We need the rain because the well has this much water in it, so not really much use pumping much of that out. The reservoir has a couple of 1,000 litres missing from the top, and the bladder is nearly empty. So it's now...
But the forecast says rain in 3 weeks. And lots of it, so I think we can probably squeak through.
We can make 3 weeks, yeah. So that's good news.
And in the meantime, the chickens can enjoy the lovely shade from the new roof.
Absolutely. So before we go, Missy's going to show you what happened down in the food forest with our almond tree.
Yeah. Today's a very exciting day because the almonds are ready for picking. You can see on this branch, we've got about 10 almonds. And if I just snap one off here, I can show you. So the green casing has dried and split open all by itself, and you can see the little almond inside. And if we peel off that green casing, there's your almond, ready for cracking. absolutely wonderful harvest. Very excited about that, considering last year we just got 3 almonds and this year we've got about 30.
So how many almonds do you reckon you got from that, Missy?
I reckon about 30.
So not bad, because if you remember last year we got 3, didn't we?
Yeah, so 10 times the amount. That's all right, and he's grown really, really well this year.
Yeah.
So next year, even more, I hope.
Massive, yeah, and I've read online from a lady in a similar location to us that on the 4th or 5th year you get thousands.
Yeah.
So that's great news. So if you remember in the previous episode, we also had to cover up our wood. We had wood delivered and we need to keep that dry as it's been obviously nice and hot for the last 3 or 4 months. The wood is bone dry. I want to keep it nice and dry to burn in the winter. So we've stacked all that up, and then our old wood store has just got a little bit of excess wood in it, and I've also started chainsawing up some of the pine trees from around the land that we cut down, partly to minimise fire, but also around Rosie's cabin when we built that.
Yeah, and there's a few that have fallen over, just they've died by themselves and fallen over, so we're going to make most of them.
Yeah, so we're collecting up kindling as well. Rosie's been going off into the woods to get us lots of pine cones ready again for our log burner. Soon will be time to get the fire on, which is great. So once again, thanks very much for watching us on Wildlands Off Grid.
We'll see you again soon.
See you soon. Ciao.
Bye.